Hello Spurs fans, Paul Hotspur hippie here. If you were around earlier, you witnessed a hard drive come to the end of its life live on air, which was a bit of a bummer to be honest, because I had the thing working the way I wanted it to, and now I've got to go back to bloody lo-fi for a bit because, getting that sorted out isn't a priority. Anyway, you don't want to hear about that old rubbish. There's been some news today. Unfortunately, I can't talk to you about it. Probably I'll get some StreamYard happening tomorrow. I'm off to the mountains, get some nice scenery and do some streams out in the open or something like that. But for tonight, it's just a one-way me preaching to you video. And let's hope I can remember all the news because I've got nothing to read it on at the same time as talking. So let's see if the old box of ducks is working. First off, I saw a few conflicting reports, but I'll go with what Chris Cowling's saying. Chris Cowling, he's saying that Spurs have issued a press release saying that both Arnaut Danjuma, who was, not his fault, but a complete waste of time, wasn't it? What were we doing there? What was that business about? Was that just someone mysterious upstairs at Tottenham in the big leather couch, balancing the score sheet against Everton? They charged us maybe a bit too much for a Richarlison, maybe didn't win that deal, so we'll swoop in and take Danjuma off their hands at the last second for no real reason, really. Didn't play him, mucked him around, poor guy, but he's gone now, so we won't be seeing any more of him, no more debate. And the other one that Chris is saying that Spurs have issued a release about is flipping hell, what's his name now? God, box of ducks, Clement Lenglet. Gonski. So all the debate of whether that would be worth $6 million or 6 million euros or pounds or whatever currency you're in, whether it would be worth having him for a backup, we don't need to discuss that anymore because it ain't happening. And I was kind of in two minds about it. I was erring more to the I don't want him because I was mainly swayed by a thing that old Ben and Sim were talking about on We Are Tottenham TV the other night. If you get him in as a backup, you're kind of, just stalling a bit on getting our defence sorted out. What's the point? What's the point in it? So adieu, Monsieur Lenglet. And thanks for not being quite as shit as Eric Dyer, but maybe not good enough. The other big news is, shock horror, Davinson Sanchez is looking for an exit. I've forgotten who's reporting this. I think it might have been Fabrizio, but I can't be sure because I can't read it at the moment because of bloody hard drive. Technology. But Davinson Sanchez is looking for an exit, and it was saying something like, it said even though he's had offers from other Premier League clubs, he's keen to try another league because he wants a different experience. Mate, I don't know if that experience is like playing football because he hasn't been doing that for a while, but with a bit of luck, we might. How good would that be if we get some money for him? And we get some money because Eric Dyer might not get his new contract. That was two contracts in the shredder that we don't have to worry about because that would have cost us money. We might be getting paid for someone to take them off our hands. How good's that? Amazing. Now the other thing was Coke. Ange. I saw a little interview with Ange Postecoglou. He was talking about the importance of pre-season and how it's important to get to know the players and how it's nice to travel to other countries like Asia and Australia to give the fans a chance to see Spurs play that don't get the chance to see them playing much, which is all right. It was a bit of a fluff interview, really. I'm waiting for him to have a full-on press conference, really. Although he was sitting in front of a blue cockerel, which is nice, instead of the corporate beige one that they got slapped up on the side of White Hart Lane. Give that a lick of blue paint. Come on, it wouldn't cost you. You could have a helping day out of Tottenham, man. People would do it for free. People would be queuing up to just bring a ladder and put a lick of blue paint on that cock on a ball instead of the corporate grey, bland, you know, we're not quite a football stadium look we got at the moment. Nice big blue one, navy blue, Tottenham blue, that's what we want to see. And then I saw another tweet, this was from Lily White Rose, about this massive, huge development that's happening that Enix involved with. I don't think it's under the same umbrella as their Tottenham Golden Goose. I think they're doing it on their own, but it's a huge building, like a big massive hotel and stuff. I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. It's a bit, I don't like gentrification, and it was a mammoth building. I don't know how many stories it was, but it like dwarfed. It was like 2 or 3 times higher than White Hart Lane. So I don't know what that's going to be used for, office space and residential and stuff. I don't know, but there you go. All I hope is that they're keeping it well and truly separate, a separate enterprise from Tottenham, because for all that people like myself and other people want this current lot of custodians out of the club. I dread to think all the tangled webs and tape that they've woven that would make it hard as buggery to sell. Things like, oh well, you can have the club and rent out the stadium, or murky stuff like that. So I just hope all this highfalutin, high tower office block stuff is all completely separate from Tottenham. I think that was all the news I was going to talk about tonight. So at this point, I would have loved to have chatted to you lovely people out there, because I really have been enjoying it. It's been good fun, but sadly for the time, it's not going to happen. I'm going up to the mountains tomorrow, so I'll probably get some StreamYard going so I can do some streaming up there, a bit of campfire action. Maybe a little stream by the waterfall. Although the bloody microphones on these things, they're always omnidirectional. You could be talking and a bee would be farting a mile away and you can't hear. What's that? Is that a bee farting a mile away? You think they would have sorted that shit out by now. I think that was it, wasn't it? Yeah, that was about all the news. It was, it looks like there's a few exits happening that we all, well, when I say we all, that I want to see. I'll speak for myself. I don't know what you're thinking, but I get the suspicion that a lot of people wanted Lenglet and Sanchez and Dyer out of the club, and it's not looking too bad on that front. It's looking quite promising. Anyway, just a quick video, and hope you're all doing well. Have a lovely weekend, and remember, come on you Spurs!